the stated aim of the government is to bring the participation of the manufacturing sector in our economy from 16% to 25% by 2025. This is not going to happen without Digital 4.0. So what is Digital 4.0? It's the next industrial revolution. And I have with me two speakers whose companies have really displayed how this can be done. So thank you so much, Mr. Mukundan, Ms Pandey, for joining us on this discussion today. Let me begin by asking you, Mr. Mukundan, because you've already been looking at the practical rollout of, what digital manufacturing is, or manufacturing 4.0. What has that experience been like, and has it been a game changer?
Digital is actually an enabler as far as we are concerned, and it enables us to actually power some of the stakeholders. At the heart of it is, how do you sort of empower employees, frontline employees, to take decisions? How do you sort of free up their time to actually think about a process rather than be subject to the process itself? Secondly, it must sort of enable customers. For customers, the issues like visibility is very important. For customers, the traceability is very important. Where is their product in the supply chain? Where is their, can they trace back to the main products? I think smart manufacturing enables all that. When you come to supply side and manufacturing side, again, Digital 4.0 enables you to handle variability, because inputs can vary from one source to another, but you're still able to produce to a quality which you need. It enables you to adhere to highest quality standards, and at the end of the day also, by ensuring uptime is high, you're able to reduce cost and sort of deliver to a much wider customer base than what you would have had the cost being high. Having said that, I think we can't forget two fundamental elements of any process like this. Digitalization and sustainability are two important forces. But at the end of the day, it must make a big impact on revenue, which means it should enable you to increase your revenue, and at the same time, it should also enable you to reduce your cost. If these two it is not doing, it obviously is not serving purpose. So I think one of the key things we say, keep it simple, make sure it is able to address the levers of revenue and levers of cost. Finally, there is an element of investment one needs to make in capability, in terms of people, investment which you need to make in terms of infrastructure. And lastly, as you digitize, there's one big threat which is out there, which is cybersecurity threat. You need to be aware and you need to be on top of that, because I think these are all the various elements one needs to keep an eye on. But it is a revolution which is underway, and I think everyone from small to big have to participate in this process.
Can you give us a little glimpse on those levels of revenue and cost? Because, this is an example. What Tata Chemicals has done is an example of, how you can really roll out digital manufacturing. So what can you share with us in terms of what difference it's made?
So I think one of the first things we did was, in terms of our production efficiency, let me go a bit technical here, depends on the tower efficiency of the process. Now, we had done a digital twin of the tower and enabled that and hooked that up to the control panel operators. And we defined what is called a golden batch, which means that if it is within that narrow band, all the efficiency parameters are at the highest level. And it obviously gave us 3 to 4% better cost than what it was without it. More importantly, I just went and met the workmen, the operators at the control panel, and asked them, does it make a big difference to you? Do you see this as a threat? And invariably, their thing was that we didn't know why we didn't adopt it earlier, because it has made their life simpler. They can look at things beyond what they were every day worried about. So I think all in all, it's a win-win. And fundamentally, it addressed a very simple issue on variability. That's it. So you take a simple item like variability, reduce variability, you get cost out of the system, and you actually enable your workforce to be more productive.